Relax, Chow. It's over.
You know they're gonna hang him, right?
Mai Ling finds herself in the position where she's decided to out Jacob.
What the fuck do you want? Help me.
It isn't Wang Chao's choice to give up Jacob. We don't know what he would have done, but in this case, we understand that Mai Ling has forced him.
Everyone in Chinatown was gonna pay for his crime.
Chow, I think he's very, very pragmatic, and Jacob is a stranger to him. I think that fundamentally the good favors of Mai Ling are far more important.
The pressure from Mai Ling to put an end to cops storming the streets of Chinatown makes it a pretty easy decision for Chow.
He doesn't look very dead to me, does he?
Bill is given a tip of where Jacob's body's going to be. He has to transport it quickly, and immediately we are interrupted by a large mob of Irish vigilantes.
Orders, you've got the slant to kill Blake.
Jacob's lynching, the way that it was done was so realistic, it was pretty tough to watch.
I think the hanging had a profound effect on everyone in the cast. The stunt team was so phenomenal. The way they strung him up was incredibly real. It's such a horrible thing to see, and to know that these things have happened and can happen.
I think our riot where we have one Chinese man lynched is just such a small drop in the bucket for what really happened with the Chinese in America.
A lot of dark things were happening during this time with racial violence, and obviously the Irish are a big part of that in our season. The sense of, I don't want people to come over and take what's mine.
We've spent basically 18 episodes creating this tinderbox, and all we needed to do was strike the match, and Jacob killing the mayor is the match that struck.
I'm going to Chinatown! Who's coming?
The riot is real chaos. It's crazy.
People getting killed and hung and shot and just utter mayhem.
Filming the riot was a pretty massive undertaking. We were shooting things in real time. We didn't really go back and do a lot of resets because we destroyed our Chinatown sets.
Man, we couldn't get some of these people to stop rioting.
With so many stunts and elaborate master shots, we all just embraced the challenge.
We gotta lock this place down now. Where's our toy?
One of the things we decided when we sat down in the writer's room was that we have to get Mai Ling and Atoy together.
Mai Ling? What's she doing here?
I really love that scene where Mai Ling steps up to save Atoy's life.
Do you mind if I take a look?
It gives their relationship an immediate dimension of complexity because that scene is about two women who find common ground in spite of their different stations in life.
We both do terrible things, all because neither one of us is ever going to go back to what we were.
They both don't agree with each other's choices. They both don't like what the other one stands for. But in that moment, in the middle of a riot where all their lives are threatened simply for being Chinese, that they actually just have to help each other survive this night.
Had it not been for Mai Ling helping Atoy, it's a life or death situation and she could have very well died. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're best friends, but I think it's important that we're on the same side and it's not the two women of Chinatown clashing.
Mai Ling showing compassion for Atoy, kind of cutting away all the labels of Tong leaders and madams and which side you're on. It's suddenly two Chinese women who've been thrust into this really hostile world, banding together to survive.
We may not like each other, but today we're Chinese and they're not, and that's all that matters.
What the fuck is this?
One of the things that we realized is if, in fact, the Irish really do storm Chinatown, the Tongs would have to drop their differences and join forces to fight the Irish invasion. It was really exciting for us to line up Assam, Leon, and Youngjun together.
To see the Longzi and the Hop Wei line up and Leon step up on the front line with us. Damn.
I think it means a lot on a deeper level. It's whatever thing we've got going on between you and me right now, this is the more important picture. So we're going to put our beef aside and we're going to defend Chinatown. Gonna borrow these?
There's the reveal of the weapon and Youngjun's small knives, Hong his chain. I don't use any weapons. This is my weapon.
I never touched nunchucks before my whole life. Up until that, I started practicing nunchucks probably about 6 months before. Yeah, nunchucks are hard. You're gonna get hit.